Hello everyone, my name is Danny. Today video I'm gonna show you how to have a beginner in the Motion. Motion is the app that is working with the Final Cut Pro for the create a plugin and create an animation, and you can do a lot of things with the Motion. That is first lesson. Just have a couple of minutes. I'm gonna introduce a little bit about the Motion. I'm not gonna go in each details at the beginning. In the processes of this journey, I'm gonna introduce each by each. First thing, when I open the Motion, you just going for the 5 option: Motion Project, Final Cut, Effect, and Generator, Transition, and the title. And on the right hand side, you can choose your what's the resolution and what's the frame rate that you want to use it. Normally at this time, everyone is shooted by the frame rate of the 4K, but depend on you. And the duration, we're gonna put it on the 10 second for now. And you can see the resolution here, that is for that. First thing first, we're gonna go in for the Final Cut title. If you don't have this project, this window, when I open it, just go into the file and the new project, or press Command Shift N to bring it up this one for you. First lesson for us, we're gonna go in for the title, and we have some of the thing that you need to know. That is our canvas, and this is our layer that we're working with, that, and media and the audio. We're gonna go in for each of them during this training. And we have like a sort of this library here, and we have this one as an inspector. We have this one as an import, or you can drag and drop your footage or any asset that you have on the layer that is gonna be worked out to. And we have one side is add an object. You can add a camera, light, and all of the thing, and even generator. That is, we have it exactly same as a library here. And we gonna be going for the next one. Just wanna quickly drag it here. And we have a particle, replicator, HUD, and the share button here. I'm not gonna go in for each details for now. That is basic thing, but that's we're gonna make it on the Motion. On this process could be around the 50 to 70 lesson. We're gonna go in for each of them step by step. First thing, we have one title here, one background on our canvas. We have our timeline here. We're gonna go in for the mini, it's much more easier for us. And we're gonna delete all of them at the same time. We have one black background here. Those 4, I'm gonna introduce it for you. This is 3, we have a 3 thing here: shape, rectangle, circle, line. And for the rest of the shape, you can find it out on here. And you can customize your own and drag and drop it here too for the next time use it. And we have a Bezier and a B-spline, and we have one pen and a title and a mask. First thing first, we're gonna go in for add a small title here. I'm just saying your Final Cut and Motion. We have it here. I'll make it a little bit bigger on the inspector, and I'm gonna put it on this size to be clear for everyone. That is within here, but we need to, that's the main thing that is, we put this one here because we're gonna be use it as a effect or something that is make it a little bit funny or make it a little bit motion on the like Final Cut Pro when you share it. We really easy to understand. We're gonna going for the behavior and going for the text. We have those behavior we have it on the text side, right? Just especially for the text. Those last one is just only for the text. We're gonna going for the choose one of them, and I'm gonna put a pop-in inspector on the. That is really simple. Can drag and drop it here to be customized. A little bit change. If you want to change it like that, you can see what we're gonna get. The text that is pop it in is gonna be like around the 60%, 60 minus 60 degrees, and then pop it in the text bar. We're gonna have it here, really easy and simple. When you play it, it's gonna be this duration for us. That is this is duration for us that is can increase and decrease. As you know, we have a 10-second on the whole timeline. That's we customized at the beginning of the project. And if you want to add it more, you're gonna going for the project and going for project setup. You can change the duration to whatever you like. If you want to change your mind about your duration, that you change it at the beginning and you set up at the beginning, except the frame rate, you can set it up everything here again. But I'm gonna tell you in the future how to change your frame rate as well in this one too. We're gonna going for the forward and see what we're gonna get. Now we're gonna going for the first thing. I just want to quickly describe it for you. Everything that you see on the behavior is kind of the keyframe. Everything that is on the, but that is make motion, make our job easy to put it at default on this sort of the keyframe. That is really easy. You can do it by the inspector, but already been some of them is being set up here. That is pretty cool to going through all of them. We're gonna go in for the basic one for now, and the next one I'm gonna in the future lesson I'm gonna describe it for you each by one to how to use it in the advanced, how to use that in the really professional way. Now we're gonna go in for this is our text, but we need to do something interesting as well. That is our text is popping in, and we need to do something. That is our text is here, but we don't need it like that because that is already been exists on the Final Cut Pro. We don't need to this one like that, right? We're gonna go in for the create one rectangle on the shape here on the canvas, or we're gonna drag it here and drag and drop here. For because I didn't put my timeline here, start the timeline, where is the timeline is exists, but we can with the I and O, we can start to change the duration, and for the O, you can cut it onto the end. We're gonna go in for the O, put it on the egg. Last one, as you can see here, our text is not been fitting under this one. We're gonna go in for the drag our selector and the drag and drop it onto the end. That is, we need to do that for now, but it's completely really simple. And text is gonna be rectangle is above this one and doesn't let us to see our text here. We're gonna drag it this one on the top, or you can press the command and left bracket when the rectangle selected. Because of the white, we need to change our text to the white, to the different color, to or make a rectangle to the different color. I'm going to change the text to this one, and it's very simple thing that we're gonna do it. But we don't need it like that. We need to have a different. We need to have a different. How do you do that? We're gonna go in for the next step. Now we're gonna go in for the animate or keyframe our rectangle that we made on the timeline, right? First thing, we're gonna go in for the inspector and going for the position. I'm gonna rectangle this one, keyframe it on the position X and X only, right? You know the diamond in the corner of the thing that exactly have on the Final Cut Pro as well. This is make a keyframe for us. The keyframe is based on the everything. You can keyframe everything except the text. Except the text font and the size. You can keyframe everything except that one. First, we're gonna go in for this one and the keyframing on the X position. I'm gonna put it like a final destination on here, and press the diamond and come back to the beginning, and we're gonna be drag it, and we're gonna move it all of the rectangle outside our canvas. When the rectangle is landed completely in our text on the canvas, text is just a start to pop in. We're gonna go in for the change, select our text and put a position on the timeline and press I. I mean input, start from that position. When the press I, when our rectangle is being landed, the text is just popping. And the one we need to do something different, because it's really simple to do this one, right? We're gonna do something different, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna go in for another position, another thing. We're gonna go in for our keyframe editor and the 3 diamond on the right hand side. We press it, and we're gonna be select our keyframe that we made it. We're gonna do a little bit play with that one, select it, and we're gonna go in for that, select it, and we're gonna right click and put an ease both. I'm gonna show you in the future all of this one. That is ease both when like a little bit animation that has it on this one on the rectangle is been applied. It means when the rectangle is coming in a little bit, the people that know about the logarithm, they know that how does it work. That is exactly like a logarithmic, right? Exactly same as that one. As you can see here, the rectangle start to come in first, slow, then going fast, and then slow again. That's we make it until now, but we're gonna make it a little bit more beautiful and more a little bit more fancy, because I don't know, not share this one to the Final Cut, right? We need to a little bit do the more fancier and a little bit more work on it. We need to like a pop on. It's pretty. Now we're gonna put pretty like a B. Things is a little bit going smaller, and we're gonna play with the rectangle and change our rectangle shape. We're gonna go in for the inspector and the shape, and we're gonna go into the geometry, and we're gonna go in for the roundness. We're gonna a little bit make a round on the corner and around the 46, and we're gonna go in for the style and change the color to, for example, yellow. And a little bit foil opacity, I'm gonna a little bit reduce it on this one, going for the 70%. And we're gonna be a little bit do the wrist one, right? That is our final thing until now. Then we're gonna be we end of this title, that is we make it, we're gonna go in for this one, but it doesn't affect anything for it, right? We're gonna be whatever we're doing now, we're gonna be reversing back, right? We're gonna be going for the select our text and going to the behavior, text basic. I'm gonna go in for pop out again, and we're gonna drag the pop out to the end of the video pretty much, but a little bit, because a little bit this one, and then when you like a pop out is finished, still text is coming up, but we need to adjust this one as well. We're gonna select our text and they're going for the pretty much end of the pop-up, and the press O key to just text is being finished on here, right? But our rectangle is being exist on here. But we're gonna go in for the next one. We're gonna go in for the rectangle, and we're gonna go into the properties, and until the text is be finished, we're gonna be exactly same position on here. We're gonna be making one keyframe here, right? Exactly same position as much as here. We need to tell the motion from the here to the here. We're gonna be rectangle is gonna be same position. Then we're gonna put it our timer on the end of the video, end of the timeline, and we're gonna be drag it outside our canvas. Still we can go in for the 3 diamond, and this one a little bit more animation selected, and press the ease both, right? It's a little bit more animation when going out. And then the final thing is been finished now. That is the final result, and you can see the thing is finished up to the here, and then pop out the text and slide it out our rectangle. Now that is our pretty much our job is finished. We're gonna be press the Command S, and going for the one, make it one new category and call it as a tutorial. I'm gonna put it Z tutorial, and we're gonna create a new category, and we're gonna choose a name for it. We're gonna call it as a basic text. We call it as a basic text. We leave it this one. I don't want to like include the unused media or save a preview movie. I'll leave it like that. If you want to choose a theme, you can choose a theme here by the create a new one, or if you have it, you can add it on this one. I'll leave it theme on off too. I'm gonna publish this one on the Final Cut. We're gonna go in for the Final Cut, and we're gonna drag going to the text, title and text, title and generator. We're gonna go in for the call it as a Z tutorial, and we're gonna be drag our thing here. As you can see here, when they drag it here, we're gonna be exactly same too. We don't want it this one like that, right? We just wanna really, even you can't change anything under this one, any position on this one. It's really simple, but when I extend the time under this one, you know that when you play it, the animation is going slower than the normal. We don't want it like that, because we want it exactly same behavior, same time for the animation out. If you drag it more under this one, you know, very getting so slow, and we don't want it like that. We just want to a little bit the animation in and out. We're gonna be same as the animation out too. We're gonna go in for the motion, and we're gonna be doing the something. When they put it on the end of the animation is been finished, right? Animation is being finished when the popping, the text is being happen. We're gonna put our timeline here and press the Shift M. What the Shift M does is put a marker for us, and we're gonna be click on the, if you can see here on the green marker, right? As you can see here, we're gonna be right click on it and edit a marker for it. We're gonna go into the, if you want to change a name or anything, we don't want it, or change a color, we don't want to do that. As a type, we're gonna going for the built-in optional, right? It means when the animation starts from the beginning, if you extend the time of this template, it means until to here, it doesn't change it, right? We're gonna be change it built-in optional, and can change it built-in mandatory too, but I'll put it on the optional if something you want to extend the time or something. Built-in optional, and I'm gonna click OK. As you can see here, the marker going to the one kind of the triangle, that is direction of this one, that is mean from the here to here, we don't, if the a time is been extended on the Final Cut Pro, this time is not going to be affected. We're going to go in for the end of this one and press the Shift M before the text is pop out, and do the same thing for the edit marker, and we're going to go in for the build out optional and press OK. As you can see here, we have a completely opposite of this one. It means and if you can see here on the right timeline, and you can see that a dot is been here, that is mean this, if you extend the a time of this title, we don't just only the area that is affect on the time, this area only. And the press Command S, or you can go in for the file and the command save. And that's it for now. Now we're gonna go in for the different part. And we're gonna go in for drag it again, delete and drag it. And we're gonna drag it up to the end, as you can see here. When the this one is happen, the text popping take time and slide it in the rectangle, it doesn't change. And we have a building optional and the build out optional too. As you can see, the tick, if you change a tick here, you can eliminate those one as well. If you press the untick the building optional, it's been gonna be extended time for it. The next thing that I'm gonna tell you in the motion, I'm gonna go back to the motion again. We need to a little bit customize under this one, because your text, when the wanna change a text on the Final Cut, you don't have an option for the change a text here, right? We're gonna be a little bit generous for the people that is using it, and we gonna be publish to change a color and the publish to the change a rectangle color as well. We're gonna come back to the motion again, and we gonna be going to the inspector and choose our rectangle, going to the shape, and you know, the one arrow here, down arrow, we're gonna press it. We have it some sort of this one, we're gonna be publish it here. It means when you anything under this one is being published, you can see it on the Final Cut Pro. If you don't publish it, you can't change any parameter under this one. And for the text, we're gonna do the same. Click on the text and going for the appearance and change publish it on here as well. And when the press Command S, we need to go for the Final Cut again, and we need to delete the floor. If any changes happen, it's gonna be when the user motion and any change happen, you don't need to restart your Final Cut, because it's automatic is coming publish it on here. We're gonna drag and drop it again here. As you can see here on the publish parameter, we have a two different color for that one. You can choose a variant and you can choose a color, or going for the change a color by here. And for the text, we have a same thing as well. As you can see here, but text is here and your rectangle here too. Now we're gonna go in for the fill color, and that is very confusing for the person that is used. We need to edit those one as well. We need to edit the name of this one too. We're gonna come back to the motion again and project. When they're going for the project and the project, right, we're gonna go in for the change a name to the any name that you want. For example, base or lead color, and for this one, we're gonna choose it as a text color and press enter. That is we have on here. Again, press Command S, and we're gonna come back to the Final Cut Pro again. We're gonna delete this one and we drag it here. As you can see here, it's pretty a really easy for the person that is used it, and identify this one. For choose the color of this one as a lead color, that is our rectangle, and this is our text color. You can choose a text too. I'll put it on the both of the same color, but I just want to change it this one. That is basic thing about the motion. I hope so that this video help you. This motion you need to a little bit spend more time. That is not like any other app, even not like a Final Cut, because it's completely different. You need to spend the time for it and learn a lot of things in it. I really love the motion because every day I learn a lot of things about it, and it's really, I really love it to work with that one. And that is for today. If they added value to you, please smash the like button. Under my video, I'm gonna talking about the AI, motion, and the Final Cut. And see you next time, guys.